high school marching units are from Montrose, Pennsylvania. And they are pleased to perform for you this afternoon in Class 4. The Montrose area high school marching unit has competed for the past 5 years in the New York State Field Band Conference. To date, this season, they have been first place overall winners at the Vestal Golden Circle of Bands, first place winners in Class A at the Norwich Festival of Bands, first place overall at the Sherburne Band Competition at Sherburne, New York, and at the Gold Rush Festival of Bands, and first place overall at the Susquehanna Valley Spectacle of Color in Conklin, New York. The Meteors, as they're known, open their field show with the Hoagie Carmichael classic, Georgia on My Mind, featuring Ken Foster as trumpet soloist. The percussion line then swings into Georgia Goes to New York, followed by New York Fantasy, which features Bob Johnston as a trumpet soloist. They close with the beautiful Ronnie Millsap hit, It Was Almost Like a Song. Steve Puterbaugh, trombone soloist. The unit is under the field direction of drum majors Dan DeRiancho, Kathy Mead, and Karen Hines. Swing flag captains are Sherry Nazelic and Tammy Sorber. Tall flag captains are Lynn Stilson and Chris Myers. Rifle captains are Marianne Vogue and Jolene Grzwinski. 1983-84 staff members are show designer and coordinator Neil Pecora, drill assistants Brian Snow and Rich Osterhout, band front coordinator Antoine Laylark, and they are under the direction of Mr. Dean R. Howe. Ladies and gentlemen, from Montrose, Pennsylvania, the Montrose Marching Meteors. Judges, are you ready? Drum majors, Dan DiRiancho, Kathy Mead, and Karen Hines. Is your band ready? Montrose Area High School Marching Units, you may enter the field of competition. The Montrose Area High School Marching Unit, under the direction of Mr. Dean House, our Class 4 competitors here today.
Dean.
Let's give them another well-deserved round of applause for Montrose, Pennsylvania, the Montrose Area High School Marching Unit.
Way to go, kid.
We'd like to remind you that coming up shortly, we will have the drawing for the $50 first prize and $25 second prize in the raffle tickets. We do hope that you have one. If not, they can be purchased at the entrance where you first came in. And also, several people are selling them throughout the stands if you'd like to take a chance and perhaps be the lucky winner of $25 or $50. And also, don't forget the chances on the 1984 Datsun Nissan Sentra. If you'd like to take a chance on that very fine automobile and help the Lake-Lehman Band Sponsors Association in doing so, be sure to stop by on your way out today. Also, the food stands will remain open throughout the competition and will also be open at the conclusion of the show today. Should you want to stop by, the food stands will remain open. Taking the field at this time are our Class 1 competitors from Crestwood High School at Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. This group of musicians has had a rather busy day today, performing in a parade in their home community, and then departing from Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. We would like to remind you that the concession stands are going to remain open at the conclusion of today's championship show, so if you'd like to stop at one of the concession stands, they will remain open at the end of today's field show. Ladies and gentlemen, as they parade for us across the field, let's give the drum majors a round of applause representing each of the high schools who participated here today.
They're handing them out on a half ticket. I think that stinks. Instead of the kids giving them out, giving the politicians and their asses. Yeah.
We will begin our award presentations with the Outstanding Music Award. This trophy has been donated by Suzanne Savaletsky, and it's presented by Mr. Larry Sorber, the chairman of today's March of Champions. Our Outstanding Music Award goes to Montrose. Our Outstanding Marching and Maneuvering Trophy is the next to be presented. This trophy was donated by Kathy Clamar, and it's presented by Mr. Dan Hudzik, president of the Lake-Lehman Band Sponsors Association. Outstanding Marching and Maneuvering, Montrose. The Outstanding Bandfront Trophy was donated by Mr. and Mrs. Richard Titus and Rick Titus. It's presented by Dan Hudzik. And this Outstanding Bandfront Award goes to Montrose. The Outstanding Drum Major Award is donated by Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Casco, and it's being presented by John Hedman, the drum major of the Lake-Lehman High School Band. The Outstanding Drum Major Award goes to Lackawanna Trail. Now we have our Group 1 awards.
He was.
In second place, the trophy is donated by Mr. and Mrs. Charles Urin, and it's presented by Mr. John Oliver, the principal of Lake-Lehman Junior High School. Group 1, second place goes to... To give you the score first. With a score of 51.2 and a penalties of 2.0, the Group 1 second place, Crestwood. And our Group 1 first place trophy is donated by Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Clamar. It's presented by Mr. John Oliver. Group 1, first place, with a penalty of 0 and a score of 52.9, Hughesville. Group 2 trophies will be presented by Mr. Alan Sorchik, the president of the Lake-Lehman School Board, and by Mr. Joseph Red Jones, the chairman of Activities Committee on the Lake-Lehman School Board. Our Group 2 7th place trophy has been donated by Curtis L. Swanson Funeral Home. 7th place, Group 2, with a penalty of 0 and a score of 42.85, Blue Ridge. Group 2 6th place trophy, also donated by the Curtis L. Swanson Funeral Home, with a penalty of 0 and a score of 49.10, Bishop Hoban. Group 2 5th place trophy was donated by Mr. and Mrs. Donald E. Jones. 5th place with a penalty of 0 and a score of 49.50, Pittston High School. Group 2 4th place, our trophy was donated by Mr. and Mrs. Norman D. James. 4th place with a penalty of 0 and a score of 53.85, Lackawanna Trail. Our 3rd place trophy was donated by Mary Jean Konopke with a penalty of 0 and a score of 62.40, Nanticoke. Our 2nd place trophy in Group 2 was donated by Mr. and Mrs. John B.N. Davis with a penalty of 0 and a score of 65.20 out, Dallas. Group 2, 1st place trophy, donated by Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Belcher, in 1st place with a score of 69.75, Wyoming area. Our Group 3 1st place trophy has been donated by Mr. and Mrs. George Sabaleski, and it's being presented by Mr. John Zaleskis, the principal at Lake-Lehman High School. Group 3 1st place with a penalty of 0 and a score of 75.25, Hanover area. Group 4, 1st place trophy has been donated by Mr. and Mrs. Gerald Bernstein. It's being presented today by Dr. M. David Preston, the superintendent of schools here in the Lake-Lehman School District. Group 4, first place with a penalty of 0 and a score of 82.15, Montrose. And now at this time we have the presentation of a very special award. It's the John Malauskis Achievement Award. It has been donated by the Lake-Lehman band members, and it's being presented by Karen Holmgren, the president of the Lake-Lehman band. This award goes to the band with the best high overall score, and that goes to Montrose. Montrose Area High School, the winner of the John Malauskis Achievement Award. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Lake-Lehman Band Sponsors Association, Mr. Larry Sorber, the chairman of today's events, and all of the band parents, we'd like to thank you for coming out and enjoying today's field show competition. Don't forget, on Sunday, October the 30th at 1:30 p.m., the Chapter 7 Championships will be held at Nanticoke High School starting at 1:30 p.m. That's Sunday, October 30th. They're still waiting for the second prize winner of $25, ticket number 368124. You can claim your prize over near the Datsun automobile that's being chanced off. My name is Bobby Z from WYZZ Radio. It's been a pleasure being with you here today at Lake-Lehman High School. Have a safe drive home.